the hottest concert of the summer, in case you haven't heard about it. Taylor will perform 2 sold-out shows Friday and Saturday at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
Chances are you or someone you know or many of your friends will be attending if they were lucky enough to snag a ticket. And this morning, our resident Swiftie, Addy Van Pelt from the Fox 9 Digital team, joins us. She's going to tell us what to know before you go, because you've already been to one of these tour stops. Okay, tell us about that experience.
So I went in Tampa. I went on the second night, and I went with a group of girls that had already been the night before, which was super helpful because they knew all the things to avoid. And it is way bigger than you can ever imagine or fathom until you actually get there, for sure.
And speaking of getting there, that is something that people need to consider. I've been to all of them now in Minneapolis and went by a different way, you know, Uber, light rail. This time I'm driving and there's parking. But what do you recommend as far as, you know, how much time do we need to get down there and to expect to, as far as pad time?
I would say if you're lucky enough to have someone drive you, that's probably the key, because you know exactly when the ride's going to be. Or if you already have purchased parking downtown, that's the key too. I would get down there around 4:30. That's when doors open. It's a little busy right when they open, so I wouldn't go right away. But you want to give yourself a lot of time. When I was in Tampa, we Ubered there, and we could not get within 1 mile of the stadium, so we had to get out and hoof it. So give yourself a little bit of time and wear comfortable shoes.
I was just going to say, I know the outfits have been such a big part of this. I've never seen this before, where you literally have to dress some type of a part. Shoe-wise, though, you're saying still go with the comfy shoes?
Yes. I took photos in shoes, and then I changed into sneakers and immediately went into the tour that way.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And people, we've talked about it on this show, as far as like they have this concert amnesia. They go to the concert and it's so overwhelming. There's just so much emotion, and it's just, I mean, exciting. What do you recommend for people who, you know, might experience that, to like remember?
Did you?
Yes. There are parts of the tour I don't think I remember at all because I got so excited. I would say she goes on right around 8 o'clock in every city. Get to your seat at 7:45 so you're prepared, you're settled.
Some time, some breaths.
Relax. We bought refillable water bottles too, which helped, so you don't have to leave your seat during the tour for water, and it's a 3-hour show. So
and some people are wearing diapers, supposedly.
I have not tried yet. I don't think I'll be participating.
Neither will I. I'm just gonna put up my big girl pants and go to the bathroom.
Right. So you're obviously wearing a T-Swift shirt, and the merch lines are something that people are talking about, how long they are.
Yeah.
What did you see with the merch lines? And then, of course, we got to hear the story of your shirt, because it's a good one.
So in Tampa, they actually did merch the day before to try and help calm down the merch lines day of the show. It did not help. They opened at 10 a.m. and I think people were in line at 5. I didn't end up getting merch in Tampa. The lines were an hour plus.
Oh my gosh.
I know the people who did get merch went during the show. If you're willing to miss a song or part of a song, you can go without a line, or if you're willing to risk not having your size, you could go at the end. The shirt's from 13 years ago, the Fearless tour, so
it's vintage.
It was a little easier to get shirts back then.
Right, it sure was. Okay, so the outfits is a big deal because it's the Eras tour, and people are, you know, going in different eras. We've already got our eras all figured out. And the bracelets, the friendship bracelets, have become really big. This is like kind of come back around?
Yeah, so it's a reference from one of her songs, and I would say definitely try and participate in the trend. It's a great way to meet other people at the show. It's a nice sense of camaraderie. Everyone's making their own friendship bracelets with lyrics or songs or funny sayings on them. Taylor Swift's mom is even walking around trading with some of the fans.
Wow.
So it's a really nice way to kind of get involved in the show in a way that feels like almost festivally instead of just a concert. It's really
so
cool.
do you like load your arm up with bracelets and then you walk around?
And you can trade with other people. I have one arm that's bracelets like I want to keep, and people have given me, and then I have another arm that I'm like, take whatever you want. And it's really fun, especially with like younger kids. There's a lot of little girls there too that it's fun to just do that with.
It is so fascinating to me how it has become so much more than just like watching somebody perform. Is she doing different sets for each, or is it always the same?
Predominantly the same. There's 2 surprise songs every night. Occasionally she brings out a special guest. My tour, they did bring out a special guest for one of the songs, Aaron Dessner, who's written with her on Folklore and Evermore. And those are a big deal. People have very strong feelings about what songs they want to hear, and I don't. I'm going to be happy with everything.
Yeah, the set list has been out there, but it's nice to know that there will be some surprises.
Some variation,
okay, so the concert's done. And then people, of course, have to leave. Nobody wants to leave, but you know, eventually you have to leave.
Gotta go
so,
home.
exit plan. What do you have some suggestions for here the concerts in Minneapolis?
Yeah, I camped in Tampa. Like we went to a restaurant afterwards and just ate a meal and waited for a little bit of the chaos to die down. Here, there's actually quite a few bars and restaurants hosting after parties. Some are ticketed, some aren't. So if you plan ahead of time and kind of know where you're going after the show, that's what I'd recommend. If you want to get out right away, try and book yourself in a smaller parking garage and try and get down there early so you can park close to the bottom. And then you'll have an easier time getting out. I'd say if you're Ubering, walk quite a ways away from the stadium because it's almost impossible to get an Uber directly from the show.
This is great advice. It's been a while since I've been to a concert, especially one of this size. Was there one song or one moment at the first concert that you do remember and that was like one of those moments that made it all worth it?
When she came out, I was like, I felt 15 again. That was the first time I saw her, and I was like, oh my God, it's her. She's coming out again. So I'm excited to see that again. I'm excited to see the whole show, but it's incomparable to like any other concert I've ever seen. So.
She puts on a good show.
Oh God, yes.
She really does.
Love it.
And wear comfortable shoes, as I will.
Yes.
Addy Van Pelt from the Fox 9 digital team. We'll be seeing you. I guess I'm sure I won't see you because it'll be just too crowded.
We'll both be there.
I'll
We
be
need a
there Friday.
recap, though. We do need a recap
for
of
sure.
your guys' experience.
We will. And if you missed any of Addie's tips, by the way, we'll post them, the full segment, in fact, on Good Day Facebook page. Just search Fox 9 Good Day.
And we also have a full list of every Taylor Swift related activity happening in the Twin Cities this week. Just head to our website, fox9.com, and click on the Things to Do tab. I saw there was even like a yoga Saturday morning, a Taylor Swift yoga to help you get centered
Yeah, I
before
think
chaos.